guys, this is CE Madison. Welcome to our very first episode of Saturday Night Spotlight on Scintillating Reviews. The goal for Saturday Night Spotlight is where I will go and just kind of dig into the media for the week of Sunday through Saturday, morning, afternoon, just kind of pull of what I think would be interesting to talk about on Scintillating Reviews, and just kind of do like a little brief overview of what I think of it and what I think of what's happening. So the topics that could be covered would be music, movie, anime, TV shows, video games, just anything of the sort. So if you can tell my tone of speech is different compared to my Let's reviews, it's because my Let's reviews are more script. I write out what I'm going to be talking about versus Saturday Night Spotlight, where with this there's so much information coming in one swing that you don't really have any time to kind of write the information down. In the future, once I get better of hosting the Saturday Night Spotlight, then maybe I'll get a little bit of my speech practice in and just kind of not to sound nervous, because this is my show. My husband and I have been trying to work on this back and forth, but with his schedule and my unfortunate schedule due to the quarantine and the lockdown, I have a little bit more time on my hands than he does. So eventually he might come in, eventually he might not. I might have a couple of my friends coming in. That really all depends on exactly what the topic is. But without further ado, let's go ahead and just kind of start a little bit on some of the topics that I found during the week. So the first thing I want to cover is Venom. So Venom has a official title for the sequel that will be coming out next year in 2021. The official title is called Venom: Let There Be Carnage. I was so stoked to go see Venom 2 on October 3rd, but there had to be some changes to the release. So the new official release for Venom: Let There Be Carnage has moved to June 25th of 2021. Now this was kind of in a way a win-win for Sony, yet at the same time it may be a lose-lose cause, just because Venom 2 and the untitled Spider-Man 3 movie are just 3 weeks apart. So that doesn't really give a whole lot of time for two Marvel movies to come out within that time frame. But the rumors have it is that the untitled Spider-Man 3 hasn't even developed yet. So with that being said, there could be a high chance that Venom 2 will not have any competition. We don't within the Spider-Man movie. We think the Spider-Man movie will be pushed back. I believe the chances of that is high, just because like I said earlier, Spider-Man 3 has not had any filming done yet. The next thing I want to talk about is a new anime adaptation, Cells at Work Black. Now, if you have not seen Cells at Work, there is a Cells at Work available on Netflix now, and that is pretty tame. But Cells at Work Black it's gonna be very dark, and I really like Cells at Work because the first episode we talk about the flu, and with Cells at Work you have embodiments of like your body system acting as people, and they go out their day-to-day lives. So for example, we have Red Blood Cell. So she's an actual like walking character, but she does her role as what a red blood cell does in real life. So they deliver oxygen, they deliver nutrients, so on and so forth. And then we meet white blood cell, and their role is kind of like the white blood cell in the real world, where they like destroy the germs, the minor viruses, so on and so forth. What I like a little bit about the Cells at Work Black is a little bit of the synopsis I was going to be talking about, with the addition to the gender swap role. Because in Cells at Work and Cells at Work Black, red blood cell was a girl, white blood cell was a guy, and then Cells at Work Black, red blood cell is a guy and the white blood cell is a girl. And I kind of like the little switch in there. I'm really interested to see what kind of topics that Cells at Work Black is going to cover. What it said on the synopsis is like cancer, stress, and just something on the lungs that's more serious versus just something that's more serious rather than just the basic cold, cough, flu, things like that. They did cover cancer in Cells at Work, but I think Cells at Work Black is gonna take the topic of cancer a little bit more depth and a little bit deeper than what Cells at Work covered. And I'm just really looking forward to that. Cells at Work it's a cute little quirky anime. If you have kids that are like maybe 11, 12, 13, I would suggest to have them kind of watch it, because it does give a bit of a truth for kind of like the human anatomy. And they'll even explain in the anime too, like, this is red blood cell, this is their main role, this is white blood cell, this is their main role, and just so many things. Like, when my husband and I watched it, I kind of turned to look at him and he nods his head like, yes, he's like, yeah, that's true. And he's like, yeah, that's important, this is true. I would like to see Cells at Work Black. I kind of like to see what kind of topics they cover and why it's a little bit more darker to cover in Cells at Work Black versus in Cells at Work. The release for that is going to be sometime, I think, late 2020 or sometime in 2021, but the new season of Cells at Work will be coming out in the winter 2021 lineup. Last thing I want to talk about is One Punch Man. Now, this is very interesting because there's a reason why I'm connecting Venom and One Punch Man together for this. The only reason why I did this in one video is because from looking at Variety.com, Sony is developing a film based on One Punch Man, and the writers are the writers from Venom. Now, my jaw dropped from excitement when I first heard about this. One Punch Man, it's essentially a anime series where a guy is just a hero for fun. And his name is exactly as One Punch Man. He's bored with the enemies that come off because all he has to do is just hit him with one punch and they're done. Zero, zip, that's it. He automatically wins. I kind of heard a little bit of a downfall with season 2. I haven't seen season 2 yet. Let me know in the comments down below if I should watch season 2 or should I just end it okay with season 1. One Punch Man, looking at a little bit of the manga, the art style was tremendous, yet somehow it got a pop culture of the story and just kind of the character aspects. You have a guy that's unemployed, the guy who is titled One Punch Man, he is a hero for fun. He has a cyborg as a roommate. It's just interesting. I'm a little interested to see exactly what Sony is going to do on One Punch Man. I don't know if the Western audience is gonna, open its arms with One Punch Man just because of the negativity that it had with, I hate to say that it's considered anime to some, but it's really not anime. It is Avatar: The Last Airbender, Ghost in the Shell, Dragon Ball Z, just all of that. But yeah, that's just a little bit of what to expect for Saturday Night Spotlight. The next episode for Saturday Night Spotlight will, of course, come Saturdays. I plan to make Saturday Night Spotlights a Saturday event. But yeah, if you want me to cover more things that I miss, leave a comment down below, click the like button, and subscribe to watch more Saturday Night Spotlights. I also do Let's Reviews. I've reviewed a couple of things so far. There's going to be more things to review later in the future. It's not going to be just anime. These are just the few things that I'm starting off with because there's something that's fresh in my mind. So subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you guys next Saturday on Saturday Night Spotlight. Our simplest prevention is our biggest protection. Take care of yourselves and others as you practice social distancing, washing hands, and staying at home. Let's get better by starting to make our world better to reduce the spread of COVID-19. See you later on another day.